New at 10 tonight, an Eastern Oklahoma state senator advocating for harsher punishment for those convicted of child sexual abuse crimes. 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer spoke to him about why he's introducing a bill that would allow for the death penalty or life in prison for these crimes.
To have the punishment fit the crime was the impetus for this bill.
Oklahoma State Senator Warren Hamilton represents LaFleur and Sequoyah counties. He says he believes harsher punishment is necessary for crimes against children.
Our laws currently allow the death penalty or life without parole for a second or subsequent offense of some pretty heinous crimes of a sexual nature against children.
The bill would allow any person convicted of child sexual abuse crimes against a child under 14 to be subjected to the death penalty or life without parole on the first conviction.
Why is there ever a second or subsequent offense for a crime of this nature? And as I talk to my colleagues in law enforcement and my friends and neighbors, all of them echoed the same thing.
He says there shouldn't be repeat offenders when it comes to these crimes, and he's heard too many stories.
One of the vignettes that I heard happened probably 20 or 30 years ago, and the crime was heinous enough that the second offense was even worse than the first.
The bill was advanced by a Senate committee on Tuesday. Now it will go to the full Senate.
Whatever we can do to not only to reverse that trend, but God willing, one of these days to eliminate that from being a thing in the United States of America is where we are hoping to go.
Covering news where you live, Lauren Spencer, 5 News.
Senator Hamilton says he also introduced a bill that raises the age of consent in Oklahoma from 16 to 18. Says it's another way to try to protect children in the state. Says they're hoping to get both bills on the floor sometime in the House next week. The Arkansas House, meanwhile, passing a bill this week that would allow the use of nitrogen gas in executions. It's now headed to the Senate Judiciary Committee. Right now, the state only uses lethal injection to execute inmates. Bill sponsors say the change is needed because of the very limited access to lethal injection drugs. Opponents, though, say there's too much room for error in botched executions. Arkansas has 25 inmates on death row right now, and if this passes, Arkansas would join 4 other states in allowing the use of nitrogen gas. The debate over disposable vaping products continued today on the Arkansas Capitol. Lawmakers discussing a bill that would add new regulations for both consumers and manufacturers. It's already illegal in the state of Arkansas to have tobacco products on school property, but this House bill would impose stronger penalties and hold parents accountable if their child is continually caught with vapes or other tobacco products at school. The first offense would be a $100 fine, the second $500, and the third up to $1,000.
In this, though, we're fining them for things that they may not even realize their kids are doing. So that part of it kind of bothers me a whole lot.
I'm assuming a lot of parents who would be targeted would be lower income, just based on statistics that I know about these populations.
That bill, by the way, failed to get through the committee today. However, the sponsor says the plan to reintroduce it with changes before the end of this legislative session. Former doctor who practiced in Cave Springs pleading guilty today to harassing his patients. Adam Moss will receive a year of probation as part of his plea deal. Both charges are misdemeanors and will also require him to surrender his Arkansas medical license and not seek a new one in any other jurisdiction. Moss was facing sexual assault charges in Benton County as well, but those were dropped last week because of evidentiary issues. He is also named in a medical malpractice lawsuit in Benton County. That trial scheduled to start sometime in October. Van Buren police asking for your help finding this man wanted for rape. They say a warrant has been issued for Lucas Yarborough for felony rape and attempted rape. They believe he may be in the Roland area. They're asking if you have any information as to where he might be to reach out to detectives with the Van Buren Police Department. Developing tonight, a positive ID still pending, but police believe they may have found the car of a 95-year-old woman from Mountain Home, Arkansas that's been missing for about a month. As Maya Ellison explains, the car matches the one driven by Belle the day when she disappeared.
Mountain Home Police say this is where missing 95-year-old Belvede's vehicle was located. These developments come almost 1 month after Arkansas State Police activated a silver alert for her disappearance.
Yesterday afternoon, late, Mountain Home Police Department received notification from Little Rock Air Force Base that Miss Day's car was located. It had been wrecked in a remote location. A short time later, received information that there was a body inside the car.
The area where Day's car was found is near a restricted location. We reached out to the Jacksonville Police Department, which is leading the investigation. They tell us they are now awaiting identification on the body from the coroner's office. According to Mountain Home Police, Day was last seen on Thursday, February 6th. It was this photo of her vehicle in Jepp, Arkansas that circulated around social media, sparking thousands to join in on the search for her.
So many people through southern Missouri and the state of Arkansas was doing work in an attempt to locate Miss Day.
In a statement from Arkansas State Police, they say 51 silver alerts were issued in 2024, and 14 have been issued so far this year. Police say it's the community involvement that greatly strengthens search efforts beyond what law enforcement can provide.
Even though it is not the outcome we were hoping for, it is nice that we are at a point in the investigation just to be able to go forward a little bit.
That was Maya Ellison reporting. A big award presented tonight in Washington, D.C. to Arkansas Senator John Boozman. Senator was selected this year to get the National Boys and Girls Club's Champion of Youth Award. That award handed out each year to recognize outstanding commitment to Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Since Senator Boozman is from Fort Smith Boys and Girls Club CEO Beth Presley presented that award tonight in Washington, D.C.